A very good afternoon. I take this opportunity to welcome each one of you to the valedictory ceremony of the two-day symposium on Beyond the Page AI Ethics and Literary Realm. This is an immensely exciting moment for all of us. The active participation of faculty and students from different colleges affirms the relevance and meaningfulness of hosting the symposium. A warm welcome is the first sign of hospitality. Words of welcome fill an occasion with warmth and makes people feel that they are meant to be there. I invite Mrs. Yunus Ida, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to deliver the welcome address. So many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. As this academic year began, the Department of English ABC had numerous activities in its sleeves, such as seminars, weekly classroom activities, a mega literary carnival, Mardi Gras, the release of the literary digest, and the public performance of the literary drama. With the array of events, and this being a short semester, organizing a symposium seems to be a Herculean task at first. However, the strong will of the department made it inevitable, as said by Christopher Reeve in his quote. And we have all been a witness of the inevitable becoming possible for the past 2 days. It is with immense gratitude and a sense of fulfillment that I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests, esteemed participants, honorary delegates, and each one of you present here. As we have gathered here today for the valedictory ceremony of our two-day symposium. On that special note, I would like to invite our guest for our valedictory, Dr. V. Rajashekharan, Professor of English and Director of Student Welfare, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. Welcome, sir. I would like to extend my warm welcome to our chairman, Chevalier Dr. N.R. Danapalan, our secretary, N.R.G. Kumar, both in absentia, our joint secretary,
Dr. P.R. Premchand, our principal, Dr. C. Lebanon Ebensi, and our vice principal, Dr. Jacques Solomon. Being passionate for knowledge, the past 2 days have been a journey of exploring the interplay of AI and literature.
we come together to mark the conclusion of this transformative event. Let us reflect on the invaluable experiences shared, the bonds formed, and the insights gained. With hearts full of appreciation and minds enriched by the exchange of ideas, let us celebrate the culmination of our endeavors. Once again, I welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony. Thank you. Now I invite Mrs. Angela Susan Briner, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to deliver the review of the two-day symposium on Behind the Page AI Ethics in Literary Realm. At the end of the beginning, let us remember that the purpose of our journey through this symposium has only just begun. In every ending lies the seed of a new beginning. In the realm of AI, particularly, ends are but a prelude to the infinite symphony of innovation yet to come. The symposium titled Beyond the Page, AI and Ethics in the Literary Realm enlightened us on the intersection of literature, technology, and artificial intelligence. It provided a rich tapestry of insights into the evolving landscape of literary studies. Dr. Armstrong, head of the Center for Endangered Languages, University of Madras, in the opening discourse, Slipping Morality, set the tone for the event. I eloquently discussing the diverse applications of AI in the literary domains such as text mining, digitalizing oral literature, and so on. His emphasis on mastering technology rather than succumbing to it resonated with attendees, and his analysis of Sean Tan's graphic novel, The Arrival, added depth to the conversation. Next up, Dr. Kalvi Karasi, Principal and Associate Professor of English, Hindu College, spoke on AI in literature, which was an exploration of the evolution of AI in literature, highlighting the contributions of pioneers like Ada Lovelace and contemporary literary giants. Her discussion on AI-generated literature shed light on the challenges and opportunities inherent in this burgeoning field, sparkling contemplation on content creation, language construction, and authorship. Next, Dr. S. Devi, Principal and Professor of English, Xavier T. Thomas, Elizabeth College for Women, shared her insights on the ethics in research. It provided a thought-provoking perspective, encouraging attendees to consider the broader implications of AI integration in scholarly pursuits. Her relatable anecdotes and interdisciplinary approach elevated the conversation, prompting deeper reflection on the ethical dimensions of technological advancement. The final session by Dr. R. Ilangovan, Head and Associate Professor of English, A.M. Jain College, expanded on generative literature, on the practical applications of AI in research and various industries, showcasing innovative tools and platforms such as ChatGPT and ChatPDF. His cautionary note on the potential risks of AI tools and platforms such as and understood the importance of ethical considerations in its deployment, reminding attendees of the need for responsible use of technology. Overall, the symposium, the first day, served as a platform for robust discussions on the multifaceted role of AI in humanities. The second day of the symposium on AI and literature showcased a lineup of technically proficient speakers who provided deep insights into the role of artificial intelligence in language, literature, and research. Dr. P. Santosh, Assistant Professor of English at Wells University, initiated the day with a thought-provoking session titled Language and Literature in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. He adeptly introduced attendees to various AI tools such as Duolingo, Quillbot, XenoChat, ChatGPT, and so on, tracing the evolution of AI while engaging the audience with interactive elements. Following Dr. Santosh of ECE at Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering delivered a highly technical talk on generative AI, tools, strengths, and innovations. Dr. Kavita provided a comprehensive overview of the process of AI in prompting and extracting data, elucidating concepts such as data storage, coding, and decoding. Furthermore, she highlighted top generative tools like PickUp, ClickUp, Quillbot, Gradescope, Auto AI, and others, discussing their advantages and challenges. Now we have Dr. Rajesh Shekharan, Professor of English and Director of Student Welfare from Vellore Institute of Technology, give us a talk on Research Made Easy, AI Tools for Research.
Thank you, ma'am. It is indeed a pleasure to have amongst us the chief guest of the valedictory ceremony, Dr. Rajasekharan, Professor of English and Director of Students' Welfare, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. We consider your presence as indeed a source of motivation. We welcome you, sir. I request Joint Secretary to honor the chief guest with a memento. Thank you, sir. I request our principal, Ma'am C. Inita Lebanon Ebonsi, to Honorable Chief Guest with plant. Thank you, ma'am. Today marks an accelerating moment as the department is releasing its newsletter titled Insight. At this juncture of the symposium, the newsletter is released once every 6 months, comprising the activities of the department and achievements of faculty and students. The spectacular job is carried out by the Reporters Club, which is presently led by Ms. Vidya Nagaraj and Mr. Vijay Prabhakaran, Assistant Professor of English Department. On that note, I now request the Chief Guest, Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, and the Joint Secretary, the Reporters Club coordinators to release the 16th newsletter issue. Thank you, dignitaries, for doing the honors. Now, I cordially invite our Joint Secretary, Dr. P. Premchand Sir, to share a few words to the gathering.
Most respected Professor Dr. Rajasekharan, the Professor of English and Director Students Welfare from VIT Chennai, and participants from various colleges, faculty members, my dynamic principal, the heads of the institutions, and particularly the head of the Department of English. Dear friends, I'm not going to take much of your time, but I was forced to be here because my vice principal, she's very keen that I have to be here because I come from a family where we have a passion towards English. My father, who is a hero for me, even at the age of 90, he speaks 16 languages and he has mastered English language. Throughout his life, you can never see any mistake in his English language as well as in his written languages. So I come from that family. My Chitapa, I mean all my uncles of my brothers of my father, they were all professors. They belong to the Department of English. And even now, Dr. Ayatray, my father's brother, his book is there in the University of Madras, throughout the state of his phonetics. He is a very strong person in phonetics. So you have done an extremely wonderful job for the past 2 days, actually. I'm sure that this topic, beyond the page, artificial intelligence and ethics in the literary realm. Now, actually, for the past 2 days, you should have explored the wonderful topic, or otherwise I could say like this, the intersection of this artificial intelligence and ethics within the realm of this literature is well explored by the great personalities. I was just discussing with our principal, and she said that an intersection of artificial intelligence and ethics in literature was taken by the Dr. S. Armstrong from the Madras University. I think we know him personally, and I think he has done a wonderful job in ethics. And not only that, Artificial Intelligence Generated Literature by Dr. R. Elambroden, the Associate Professor and Head Department of English from A.M. Jain College, where I was an old student of A.M. Jain College, Meenambakam. So I think other than that, we had Dr. G. Kalbikarasi and Dr. S. Devi, Dr. M. Kavida, and Dr. P. Santosh. And now he's going to explore the whole things now in the valedictory section. Dear friends, here I would like to make a stress of my department first of all, because I'm very keen in telling that one. I come from a school, where as a headmaster of a government school. Of course, how the children would be there. Those children were admitted here, and this department, this powerful English department of Anna Violet Arts and Science and College, they have made them to act on the stage with a very powerful English without making any mistakes. That's the growth of this wonderful department. That's the truth, actually. I have personally seen my students who come from a Tamil medium background, completely Tamil medium background. They can't speak English. They used to by heart for that 70 marks. And those children were well trained by the Department of English here. Excellent job. So I am very confident they have the power of within them to conduct this wonderful symposium. All the faculty members of my department, I am not boasting, but it's the truth that particularly English department, they have very vibrance within them. And not only that, recently they had an anthology of Lopsis. One of the girl, what's her name? Saundarya. I was in the first seat in the hall there in Alliance Francis. I was there, I was in the first seat, and I was because I could see that girl, she can't speak not even a sentence of her own. But that girl, the expression that she had to the public and the way she spoke, I was crying within myself, God, she should not tremble. That was the truth. But the flow that came from her mouth was excellent. Exorbitant, I would rather say. It was so excellent. So the whole credit goes to the Department of English. That's the truth. And they have trained them. I'm so confident that the symposium would have gone very well and would have enjoyed. Particularly nowadays, we talk about AI. Even now, just 5 minutes back, we were talking about this AI in the international school because we are changing the syllabus. Because even the parents also now, they have a kind of passion towards this AI nowadays. So that even in the school level also, they have started changing this artificial intelligence. So let me wish you all the very best. And I hope you, for the past 2 days, you have enriched yourself with a lot of power of knowledge in artificial intelligence and ethics, whatever it is being taught here. So my kudos to all of you who are participating. And my special thanks to the principal, the vice principal, and the head of the Department of English for this wonderful symposium. Thank you so much.
Around enormously successful people, you realize that their success is not an accident, it's about hard work. I now call upon Ms. Keetana, Assistant Professor of English, to introduce Dr. Rajasekharan to the gathering. Good afternoon all. So before I introduce the chief guest of this valedictory ceremony, excuse me, I will take a few seconds to tell about our this year public show, which is coming up on 22nd March at Raja Annamalai Mandram. So we are performing Short Eyes by Miguel Pinero, a Puerto Rican playwright. So since we have faculty members and students from other colleges, I take this opportunity to put a word about this, and please do come and enjoy the show. So with that note, I will introduce the chief guest now. I consider it my pleasure to welcome and introduce the chief guest for the valedictory session of the two-day symposium on Beyond the Page, AI and Ethics in the Literary Realm. Dr. Rajashekharan is a professor of English at Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai campus. His academic pursuit holds 2 master degrees in English and psychology, respectively. He's done his MPhil in ELT and doctorate in linguistics. His career span sums up to 2 decades and has been teaching technical English, advanced technical English, business English, legal English, and Indian culture and heritage. He has guided 5 PhD candidates. At present, 8 scholars are pursuing their doctorate under his supervision at VIT. He has held various positions such as head of the department, board of study member at numerous institutions, editorial board member for various international journals. At present, he is the director of students' welfare at VIT. He is also established with a YouTube channel named Professor Dr. Rajashekharan and is helping out scholars with imparting knowledge on many academic and non-academic areas. And his publication record is highly impressive and astonishing. He published 6 books and he published 12 chapters in various books, 26 papers in Scopus Index journals, and 34 papers in other international journals. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe if I tell his publication record sums up to 125 publications, including all of this. And now he is also associated with the International Association of Teachers of English as a Foreign Language, UK, International Association of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, USA, English Language Teachers Association of India, and many other similar academic forums. It's a true honor to have you amongst us here today, sir. On behalf of the college and the department, I extend a hearty welcome to you again, sir. Thank you for the opportunity given.
Thank you, ma'am. With all due respect, may I cordially invite Dr. Rajashekharan, Professor of English, Vellore Institute of Technology, to enlighten us on the topic Research Made Easy, AI Tools for Research.
Respected Joint Secretary, Principal, Vice Principal, Head of the Department, and other faculty colleagues. It's my honor and privilege to be here today to share what I have known little. It's absolute pleasure to share what we practice in a university, and that will help you a lot in terms of publication and other thing. Actually, they are getting ready with my presentation. Till then, I will throw some light on, as a researcher, what you are supposed to do and how to prepare yourself. See, first thing, the researcher first thing starts with a very good reading. Because as an examiner of all the various universities of the PhD thesis, I get to read a lot of theses. I found some common lacuna in their thesis. I would like to present it. Number 1, lack of reading. Reading means there won't be any depth in their analysis thought, so there will be a surface level analysis only will be there. And may you know how many of your students here? Can you put up your hands? Students, how many students are? Oh, BA and MA both. Okay. And how many teachers from other institutions? Good, fine. How many of you are pursuing your PhD? Okay, thank you. So let me ask you a question. First thing I'll ask you, the student, How many of you read original texts? You have read already original text of any of the things which is in your syllabus? Can I have the hands? Original text, for example, if you have Othello, have you read original text of Othello? Have you read any fiction, original fiction? Only one hand? Two. It is only for students. Okay, may I know your name, please? Nancy, where are you from? Same college, very good. I appreciate it. Please give her a very big round of applause. See, English, you cannot compare English literature with science, with other branches. Our forte is reading, different perception, giving a new outlook to the life. Further, if you don't read, I know that there are so many papers available, papers with Bazaar notes, where you will have even we do that. We did that during our college days. In library, there will be encyclopedia. In that encyclopedia, every novel or a story, anything, it will come within 100 words. We go and read that story, and using that thing we write in the beginning of the years. Later only we were advised to read the full text. That helped a lot. The same thing is applicable for research also. If you are not a good reader, you cannot be a good researcher. Because reading is the foundation of the research. So I'll be telling you certain tools also how you can read. I'll be telling you certain techniques also how to read fast and all those things. And before that, please have an idea about one thing is you should read a lot. Because Francis Bacon says, reading makes a man fullest. If you don't read, you cannot become the full man. So that's a foundation thing. So with that, let me get into the presentation. Yeah, can I have the... Let give me present. We need to elaborate. Can you put it in the slideshow? Yeah. And I downloaded one more presentation, how to write a quality research paper. Can you open that file? Okay, in the meantime, let them open. See, why I mean to that, writing research paper, nowadays it has become easy. But writing quality research paper is a real mandate. If you do not write a quality research papers, you can never publish in a very good journals. Because they mentioned that I have 25 plus papers in Scopus Index journal, that is not easy joke. And especially today, in the context of today, in the recent times, unless you write quality papers, you cannot publish in the original Scopus Index journal. There are many journals which comes with the predatory note. No, it look like a good journal, but it will not be a good journal. Finally, your paper will not be there. So I'll be telling about how to do all those things. Okay. So first thing, I'll try to cover all this phenomenon. Probably some of the things I will skip it because of the time constraint. So I'll tell you about comparison of East and Western universities research climate. And next, I'll be telling you how to identify quality resources, databases, and journals and how to identify publishers. Free resources for research, mastering the skill of searching appropriate sources, and conducting an efficient literature review, speed reading strategies, generating innovative ideas for research, utilizing appropriate in-text citation methods, and finally, understanding the process involved in drafting the research paper. I will try to tell everything one by one. Okay. This is the first thing. Actually, how many of you are in LinkedIn? How many of you are a member of LinkedIn? You know the social media app LinkedIn? Yeah. So I would advise you, if you want to become into the academic, you should definitely have an account in LinkedIn where a lot of academic, for example, a specific discussion will happen in the LinkedIn. So I read an article in LinkedIn written by a Western professor about comparing Indian research with Western university research. So it's a compilation of the comparison. He mentions that, see, there are many, just I'll quickly tell you 3-4 things only. See, he mentioned that Indian research lacks standard. That is, our research is not really producing real standard. At the end of the day, after completing your PhD, after doing PhD, what is the outcome of the research in India? It is not specifically only English, it is across all the discipline. What is happening? And he is questioning that in Western universities, to take UK and US, once they complete PhD, their PhD thesis will become, if it is science, it will become a product. If it is literature and other sources and thesis, it will become a very standard quality book, will publish with the international publishers. But in India, it is not the case. Even if you ask the own, after completing PhD, if you ask them to go and read their original thesis, they won't read. Because such a kind of elementary, they will not be very confident about whether thesis is good or bad. Once it crosses the examination, they got awarded PhD, they will not go and touch the PhD thesis. This is the original state. Maybe 1 or 2 things will be exceptional, they could have published. But that's a major thing. Further, he is mentioning very important problem in India. That's what already I touched. That thing is, one is reading. Indian researchers are not voracious readers in general context. So kindly, second thing will be subjective. We cannot say that all the Indian researchers are not reading. He is generalizing the context. So you take in that way. So the second thing he mentions that Indian researchers do not have critical thinking. For that, he has identified the reason also, because Indian education system goes with the rote learning. So once they come into the system of research also, they expect the similar thing. They are unable to come out with a lot of creativity and innovation. That's a major lacuna. But creativity is a basic requirement to publish a paper in international journals. Everybody writes the same thing. You also do the same thing. Why should the international journal publish a paper? Let me tell you 2 examples. This year alone, 2024, we published 2 papers in the very high quality journal. One is published by Johns Hopkins University, 75-year-old publishing press and the university press. We published 1 paper in the month of January. And it is not easy to submit a paper to that particular journal because we have upskilled our standard to their requirement. So you won't believe me, within 3 months, we published the paper. It is Q1. In the Scopus, we have 4 quadrants, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Q1 and Q2 is supposed to be top-notch journals, top 100, top 200. It is very, very tough to publish in those journals, but we published it. Second paper, we did in another journal, that also in the Q2. And another, I don't know whether you'll be aware of impact factor. Have you anybody, know what is impact factor? Okay, for the students' sake, let me tell you quickly. See, a journal quality is measured based on certain parameter. One parameter, which database it has been indexed. For example, the journal is indexed in Scopus database or Web of Science database. These are high quality journals, number 1. Even though after indexing Scopus, further there is a metrics to decide about the quality that is called impact factor. Impact factor means you write a research paper, you publish in a quality journal, that journal paper will be read by a common public. How many other general public read your paper? Use the idea which you have given your paper in their research. They cite it in their research paper. That is what called citation. Every citation will create impact. So on the whole, the journal which has a good impact factor will have very good citation. Citation means there are a lot of good readers. They are using that journal as a reference material. They may ensure that those journals are used for their research purpose. Whereas there are journals, nobody will read. It is zero impact factor. It will be indexed also. but nobody will read the paper. It will be there in the journal, but the utility of the paper will be very, very, very less. So it will be there like in the book, the material there in the, see, they have published a book, they have shown me a book, literary magazine. How many of them will read the magazine? How many of you are going to give a real appreciation to the student or a faculty they have written? If you do that, that's great. That stuff happens once the journal publishes a paper. It should be read by a lot of people. They should make use of their particular research. If your paper is helping a lot of other researchers, you are creating an impact in the research domain. Such kind of journal is called impact factor journals. That journal will have a top-notch quality. They'll maintain a very tough standard. It is not easy to publish those papers. That is what impact factor journal. So we did in 2.7. Normally, even 0.1, 0.2 is also good impact factor in the studying literature. But we publish a paper in 2.7 impact factor journal. It is a very humongous task. It's not easy. But in that way, we have improved ourselves. We understood the real need of the research. We go with the original idea. We innovate, create, and that's how we are able to do that thing. So when I can do that, you also can do that. But it requires certain process. You require certain time. You should have a certain understanding. Similarly, let me tell you one more example. I have given two examples of publishing in high impact factor journal. Another thing, yesterday we got one mail from a journal. We waited for 11 months. After 11 months, they rejected our paper. After 11 months waiting period, they have done a 2 revision also. After the 2 revision, yesterday we got a final result. And we are sorry to inform you that your paper still lacks certain standard. We are unable to publish. We will best of luck the next time. So here what I mean to say that rejection is not new. Rejection will be there for everyone. You should not worry. See, I'm a professor with a lot of experience. Then how can I reject my paper? No. It will be there. It will be there because it may not be the expected level of the reviewers of the particular journal. So I would not be rejected. So I would read the rejection comments, what comment they have given. We'll work on those comments. We'll revise the paper. We submit it to the next journal. We will definitely publish. We know that. I know that. But that journal could have rejected us. But we will ensure that all their possible comments, whatever the comment they've given, we will work on it. We'll upgrade our paper. Then we'll submit to the next journal. It will be published. So the point what I'm trying to make is don't worry, don't bother about the rejection. It will take time. They will reject, they'll keep rejecting, but after some time, you will get to know the real master art of writing the paper. Then without any rejection, you'll be able to publish. So, these are the other main issues. So what I'll do is, directly I'll show you the certain AI tools, how you can read faster and how you can do the things clearly, so that it will help you a lot. So I'll need to. Yeah. See, probably if you have a mobile phone, you can take a phone and you can take a picture of this particular tools. All these three AA tools. I'll be giving a demonstration of one or two tools now. Rest of the thing you can search on your own. You can do the things later. So first, I will be telling you probably I'll maximize. Yeah. So you can explore all these tools one by one on your own also, but I'll be telling you, I'll show you some demonstration of one or two tools now. So first one, I would like to introduce the Elicit. Probably you, whose mail ID is, can you enter the email? None of us. Okay, then I'll do one thing. I'll enter with my email. No issues. No issues. Just a minute, it's getting signing in. Once it's done. May I know whose laptop is this? Ma'am, because it's asking this existing laptop email ID. Can I use it? Yes, thank you. Okay, so once you go to this elicit.com, all the tools, whatever I have given here, simply request your Gmail account and you have to go and sign up. And let me type it just to see here, you can extract all the ideas. Let us type one thing. Just I have typed AI tools and research. Just wait to what result you get. Look at that. The moment I typed, immediately I got all these results. First thing, summary of the top 4 papers about this AI tool. See here, what are the topic you will give? Like similar to Google search. In this AI tool Elicit, the tool name is Elicit. If you give the type, for example, a magic realism in Salman Rushdie novel, if you type it, immediately it will give you all the related papers, it will extract information. It will give you the one paragraph with the top 4 papers, which is already given here. Look at there. Look at the citation also. It is auto-generated through AI. And the rest of the thing, look at there are all other papers. These are the research paper name. Harnessing AI for research, neural search for insights platform. These are the research paper. So what I can do is, this gives abstract summary. Summary means the moment you feed the title, it extracts the information from the research paper. It gives you the title of the paper and summary. Now, what else you can add? For example, I want to know the main finding of the paper. Simply look at the right side and you click this main findings. It will be added. So whatever we add, it will keep getting added as a separate column. I want to know the limitation of the study. I can click it. So the limitation will be added. So next thing, I want to know methodology. What research methodology they have used? It will be there. So good there. So with one click, you will be able to analyze the research paper, abstract, findings, methodology, limitation, whatever the thing available in the right side. Everything you can add as a separate column. So you don't need to spend a lot of time to read the full paper. The only thing you have to do is do a proper search, identify, then all these things in a table or column, you can export as a CSV file. CSV file means you can download as an Excel sheet and you can save it in your system. Okay, and that is a one very powerful tool. This is AI tool free, and you can use it for your own research purpose. You can try different topics, different things, but certain things may not be available. But most of the thing it will be very useful, and especially for the beginners, it will add a lot of value. Value you can use this. See, that's how I said the rest of the tools, consensus and other site space, all those things are there. You can try exploring it. Let me show you one more tool. So just to see how they have given. For example, this is seed paper title. We have given the keyword AI tools and research. So we got these many results. The first paper title is AI tools and techniques, written by M.H. Richard. Here is 1989, 5 citations. This paper has 5 citations. That way, all the citations will be there. In case you want only most relevant, just to click most relevant. Most recent otherwise. Look at there now. You get most recent papers, the year 2023, 2020, in that order it will come. And if you go down, it will be, if you keep just clicking the load more, it will go endlessly, it will keep going. So you can decide up to which paper you want to download the information, that way you can decide, especially if you are a researcher. For literature review, this will help you a lot. Normally, if you do a literature review, you have to take a paper, read the full paper, write a review, then you have to prepare a citation, then you need to know everything. But here it is not the case. Simply one click, you will get to know everything. So it's a very, very easy tool for how many of you are BA students? Okay, very good. I would definitely appreciate you. You can try this to read research paper in the beginning. Small or basic papers you can try, and this will analyze in the different parts. Probably they were mentioning, one professor was telling about chat PDF also. That tool you can download the paper, you can feed in the paper in the chat PDF, where that will analyze. In case in the particular paper you want to ask some question, which is there in the particular paper, you want to know some question, you type the question, what are the main ideas of the paper, it will give you the answer. You ask, frame 3 questions based on the objectives of the paper, it will frame 3 questions, it will give you. So all those things you can use. Chat PDF. Chatpdf.com. There What you have to do is you have to download the paper, upload in the chatpdf.com that tool, then it will analyze. You can ask questions related to the particular paper, it will give you everything to you. Clear? Now, let me go to the next tool. Before I move to the AI tool, how many of you know about Google Scholar? Okay. Google Scholar, this is for the student. Yeah. Google Scholar, first of all, before I move to this, you should have certain clarity. Scopus, Web of Science, Google Scholar, these are not journals. These are databases which include the journal papers into their database. You can go and search in the database. Apart from that, we have some other social science database also. You will be able to download from your library. So here what they'll do, they collate all the information, it will be available in that particular domain. So in the Google Scholar, all of us, we know Google. What Google gives us? Whatever you type, it gives you the information. Google Scholar, whatever topic you type, it will give you the research paper. It is not a normal search engine. It is a search engine for research papers and books. So if you want to read research papers, you have to go to scholar.google.com, type the thing, and you will get a research paper. Let's take one or two examples. Mental well-being of students. Yes, I agree. Look at there. Mental well-being of students I have given. So I get so many. Look at there. 12,90,000 results have come. Look at there. Here, just to follow my cursor. 12,90,000 results Google Scholar has given to us. That means those many documents available. But, sir, how can I search out of this 12 lakh? How do I know which one I want? So you have to use certain strategies. You want to read, always kindly make a note. Read only recent papers. Recent means last 5 years. Any researchers, you should know what is happening latest in. See, whenever you do a project on feminism, project on, for example, Sobade, these are very old topics. Why? Because tons and tons of research are already done on those authors and those who work. That's why they'll expect you, are you doing any project in the latest writer? So the latest books which is published in maybe in 2020 or after that. Because the research in those books will be very less. And anybody, do you want me to speak in Tamil also? If you, yes? No, any students? Oh, you tell me, do you want me to explain something in Tamil? Yes, do you want? You will tell me, no issues. See, very simple. What you have to do is, these research, this particular Google Scholar space, where you search a particular word, you add a word, based on the word it gives you the result, but the result will be innumerable. So you need to confine certain technique to take the exact result. For that, use certain custom technique. I'll tell you one by one. So now, it is 12,90,000 results. So now let me reduce. I can go to custom range. I click custom range. I want paper only from 2019 to 2024. So now what will happen? So initial research, it will right from the beginning of the time it will give you. But now only this 5 year, just I'm clicking search. Look at there, from 12 lakh, Now result has narrowed down to 18,100. So almost we 99% we remove unnecessary things. We have only less. Now again, I don't want 5 years. I want only 3 years, 4 years. Then I click only since 2020. Look at the result has reduced 70,200. Only from 2023. So there may be some bugs, but actually over the years the result will come down because the total number of applications will be less. So you want only 2024 click it. So automatically result will come down. So you have a very specific papers. This is point number 1. So when you search papers, please use the custom range. The year you want to have, then you click the, for example, here you want to have from 2000 to 2005 only. You want to know the old paper. So just click it, you search. So here, look at there. For example, this is the title. Look at this is the publication year. I'm just moving my cursor. 2000. Everything is 2000. So here, only 2000 to 2005 papers only will appear. So this you can use for the custom search. This is called custom search. You can do that. And apart from that, you can use how to download the paper. Now I have told you how to do that. And another technique is called, for example, the same topic. I'm just adding double quotes. I'm adding double quote. I'm clicking enter. It's not coming. I'll. Because when you click such an specific word, if you use it in the double quote, the result will be very specific also sometime. And I'm adding some other thing, India, mental well-being of students of India. So initially I searched mental well-being of students across the globe. Now I want to specifically to go to Indian context. Then more specific, I can go to Tamil Nadu. In case papers will be only in Tamil Nadu, it will come. Sorry, look at there. Now only 269 results only come. It has come. So in that way, you should narrow down the research, use a different technique, different keywords, and you can search and can identify. So now come to the next part. So when it is a book, it will be there like as a book. Look at there, it's a book. And this can be a paper. And whenever you have this HTML, it will open as a direct web page. When it has a PDF, it will open as a PDF file. So here, first I'll open this HTML. I'll open it. So it talks about the person name and whatever he has done. After that, his publication, whole detail comes. But we don't want this. We want only paper. I am going back. I'm going to other paper. Yeah, look at there. The relevance of involvement in microcredit self-help groups and employment findings from a survey of rural women. Let us see. Let me click PDF. Yeah, look at there. It has already started downloading. So whenever you have the PDF like this, what will happen? It will download as a PDF file. You can save it in your system. You can start reading it. So this is free of cost. Something, look at there. Here, medium of power, the question of English in education, the question of English in education in India, nothing is here. It means that it is a closed access. You cannot download, you cannot do anything. You can read. But only when you have this PDF or HTML page, only you'll be able to download, you can read it. So similarly, certain things may not be available. So whatever be available, you can do. First thing you have to collect the resources. And you have to sort it based on the year wise. Then you have to identify which one to read, which one not to read. Then you can go ahead in that particular action. Just let it open, I'll show you the paper. Yeah. Actually, this is thesis. It's not thesis. Actually, it's not a research paper. It's a thesis. Look at that. The entire thesis will be there. So once you download, you'll be able to understand whether it's a paper or a thesis. So the entire thesis is there. You can just go ahead and you can read and understand. But for youngsters, BA and MA students, I would recommend you to read papers, not thesis, because you will get confused. It will be very lengthy. You will not be able to complete. So research paper generally will be 10 to 15 pages. So read first research papers. Then if you required before you start your original project, for example, UG, you will have a project in third year, am I right? And PG you will have in the second year. That before you start your project, you download one of these project or theses just to check how they have done it, to get an idea. Even your guide, our professors will also guide you how to search and how to do the things, and based on their guidance, you can do that thing. So yeah, let me go back one more paper. I'll go to other page number. Look at that. This one is Adolescence Issues, a case study of Jasipur Block, Mayurbhanj district of Odisha. Let me click it. It must be a paper, I guess. Okay, so let it download. In the meantime, I'll tell you other things also. You can save, in case certain paper you find it useful, you can create Google Scholar profile. After creating the profile, you can save the paper. For example, look at there, if I click this, save, cite, related articles, all 2 versions. If you click this particular article, you can save, it will be there in your Google Scholar profile. I'll show you my profile. This, I'm going to my profile. Yeah, look at that. This is my profile. So, in my profile, so go to my homepage. This is called Google Scholar Author page. This is my author page. So you can see these are the papers I have published so far. All these papers I have published so far. And you can see that this is year of publication. This is citation. For example, one of my articles got 89 citations so far. I was telling you that the impact factor will be decided based on how many people cite your paper and how many papers are cited in the particular journal. So similarly, journal impact factor will help you to identify the quality of the journal. The total citation an individual author gets decides quality of a researcher. If I get more citation, I am a good quality researcher. Look at my citation thing. 2017, I had only 1. Look at my growth. 57, but in 2025, just we have started. So here, Hutch Index is another quality metric. So it talks about, again, your citation level, because I don't want to get into those details. And here, these are the papers which I have published, but I'm going to my library. I'm going back, just here, I click that. I'm going to my library. So here, whatever I save, it will appear in my library. Look at there, I have created certain label. For instance, I'm creating a new label. Create a label. Just let me add, for example, sake, Anne Violet. Just click create. So the label, look at there, the label has come. Now, I go back to Google. These are the different things. For example, the cinema of isolation, I want to save this particular thing. Look at there, I click label. Already it is in my reading list as well as in disability label. But I want to add one more thing in Anne Violet also. I click done. Now, here I go to Anne Violet. This is the only paper will be there. So you don't require to save the paper in the system. Directly in the online itself, you can do all this process. And for instance, you work on ELT, assume that you're working on reading skill. So you read paper only about the reading skill, then no need to read unnecessary paper. So identify the paper which you want to read. Just you save it in your particular label, create a label. Label is nothing but like a folder. So you have a laptop, you create a folder. Similarly, you can create a folder in Google Scholar, and after that you can add this information to the folder. But we generally will ask you at least some paper you need to have at least one paper published so that you can create a Google Scholar profile. Otherwise you cannot. But if you have, you will be able to do this thing. All these things are easily possible for you. And let me show you one more example. Now I'm going back to again Google Scholar. I'm going to articles again. Now I'm again typing health. Let me show you once again. So I assume that I am no health without mental health. I want to save this article now. I click save. Now it is asking the label. Previously, I shown you only from already saved paper would have shown you. That's a new paper. Just I click unavailable. I just say click done, it will be there. This is one thing. Second thing, I want to cite this paper. Just if I click the cite, yeah. All the citation style will come here. MLA, APA, Chicago style, Harvard style. So you can simply copy it. For example, just copy and paste it in the Word document which you have. Third thing, if you want to know about the quality of the particular article, in case it has more citation, it's a good article. Look at there. This is 3,620 citation. This one 4,722. This one is 299. So in case you want to decide whether to read this article or not based on the citation, generally if you have more citation, that paper used to be good. And you want to read the article related to only mental health at least, then you click related articles. All other related articles only on specific to mental health will appear here. This is the annual pay. And so these are the different versions of the article. In different names, the article is saved there. So you can click the all versions, you will be able to access all the different versions of the same article. Okay, and one more thing. And you want to know how many people already work on mental health in assume that you are working in a mental health area. So reading the whole article again, it's a time consuming. Even though you read only 2024, there will be many articles, but you may not know what is exactly there. That time, instead of adding mental health in Google Scholar, you can go to the ILSIT. You type there with a specific requirement. That will get you only the paper with a different segment. You can download in a different column that will be available to you. And one more option is, look at there, I'm clicking review article. Okay, what do you mean by review article? Review article means you don't do any research. Simply you take one topic, you go to the different database, identify all the available papers in the particular topic, related topic. You simply summarize. You paraphrase the paper in one paragraph. For example, one paper will be paraphrased one paragraph. Similarly, you will paraphrase all minimum 25 articles you have to read and you have to paraphrase. That after paraphrasing, you will have a 25 small paragraph, maybe 5 to 7 lines. Then you will add one introduction and one conclusion, one abstract. A review on mental health from 2020 to 2024. That means from 2020 to 2024, what are the papers published into the particular mental health? You have read, you have reviewed. So whoever wants to do a research on the particular area, when they read your research paper, review paper, they don't require to read 25 research papers. Instead, if they read only one of your review paper, it is done. This is another way most of you can publish review paper as another research paper. It is not doing the research, simply reading what is available and going through and what you call writing it, and you can do the thing. Again, you can use other AI tools like Elicit, other Jenny AI, because whatever the tool you have taken picture, go to the Google, just type it, it will come. All the tools will ask you to only Gmail account, just to sign up, go and check, explore everything you go to learn. Okay, now if you take your mobile phone, yeah, it's another 5-minute activity. Just take the mobile phone. Just I'll show you my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube. My YouTube channel is only for researchers. I don't post any other content except research. Just go to this particular channel. Yeah, just go to this particular. So I have almost 362 videos are there. Everything is 99% it is only for research. Maybe one or two videos, maybe some from different from other things. So now I am giving one particular video. Just a minute. Yeah. Please cite in the YouTube page how to read fast, Dr. Rajashekharan. You will come, you will get this particular video. Can you please all of you take this? Just watch this video maybe only 4 minutes. Then I'll tell you what you're supposed to do. Just for, you can skip the beginning intro and all, directly start from, from this 1 minute, 9 seconds, then watch only the 5 minutes. And note on the techniques which I have elaborated, that's it. That's our activity. Okay, put a hold. You can do it later. After the session also you can do. Actually here I have introduced these techniques. Before you start reading, what are you supposed to do? After that, I used one technique, pre-reading technique called Ticknall. Another reading technique is universal technique, SQ3R. Then reading order technique is ACFIMR. Then reading steps. I have elaborated all these things within the 7-minute video. Just to watch it, it will give you clear guidance. Let me tell you why it is essential. As a beginner, it is not required for you to read the full paper. Most of the people waste their time reading full paper. After reading the full paper, ask them, what did you understand? No, I didn't understand anything. That's the problem. That's a problem. Many researchers also, they say that it's already 2 years over, 2.5 years over. Still, I do not know what to do because I'm entering a lot of researchers. No, they'll take my number from YouTube and they'll call me. They say that I did everything, sir, but still I have not started my journey. I'll ask them how many papers you have read. They say that I have read many papers. They'll not have any clarity. Then I'll simply tell them what they are supposed to, what I have explained to you. Then I'll ask them to read properly. So in the beginning stage, you are not supposed to read the full paper. Why? Because once you read the full paper, you lose interest. Then you'll think that, my God, research is not my cup of tea. It's very tough. Then obviously you'll try to find the different ways and means. There are a lot of agents are there to write paper. They'll get money. They'll get it published. There are fake predatory journal. You pay and publish within a day. Even if you write, you sold to become an unparliamentary words, you'll publish. You never mind about it because only the money, the moment you pay the money, it will be published. There won't be any quality on that thing. Please stay away from those things. Because now, UGC careless, you have to have minimum, careless 1 and careless 2. And now almost all the university, not all the universities, every university is asking now, you need to have a Scopus publication. And let me caution you another important thing. If you publish in Scopus also, you have to be very careful about predatory journal, fake journal, cloned journal. Predatory journal means they will publish so many papers in their journal. If you give money, they'll publish predatory. They never follow any quality. Fake journal means they are not at all a journal. They tell you that they are the journal. But if you go and identify, there won't be any original information will be available in the journal. Cloned journal, how it will be? If you say that Colgate toothpaste, there will be a duplicate company, COLGAT, they say COALGAT. Same color, same font, everything will be there. And you can see the local normal village shops, such a duplicate products will be available. Because the reason is, people will not know how to identify things, so they will become scapegoat. Same thing is there in journal also. For example, Journal of Multidisciplinary Research. So they take the same font and everything, but they'll create a fake website. They upload some 10 papers also. And because I know a lot of cases in different universities, they publish everything. When the moment of submitting thesis in the university will decline that this is not a valid journal. Then they'll say that I have already paid 50,000 for 20,000, 40,000. Money is gone. Once you may not know whom you are talking. They are like a ghost. You may not know who you are talking. Once money is taken, that's it. You cannot do anything. Even if you cry, you do anything, nothing worried. They'll switch off the phone, they go away. So giving money and getting it published is not safe, and you lose your money as well as you become more mentally traumatic. Please, instead of that, learn the research, do some basic fundas, and it will take some time. Then you'll be able to do beautiful research. Then you'll be able to publish very well. But it takes time. Definitely in the beginning, yes, it will be very tough. I never say that it's easy, Johnny. I have published 25 papers. It is not, it doesn't happen within a day. I produced 5 PhD scholars. So each of them, they have to publish 3 papers, assume. Itself, I get 15 papers. Then my paper, my original PhD, and another paper. That's why there's some 25. Without that, I cannot do, I am not a full-time, only writing paper, I cannot do that. I'm also a professor. I have a much, because BIT has 20,000 students. I'm the director for the 20,000 students. We conduct all the mega events. Entire thing comes to me. I'm not free even a single day. Today also, till 12:30 I was there in a meeting. I started by 12:45 from my Chennai campus. I came here within 1 hour, 15 minutes. Driver took me in such a quick way. So why I'm telling this, it's not easy to get a paper. You need to work time, but you need to have a confidence. To do that, it will be easy. And for young students, I know that most of you will, probably if you are a MA student, you will ask to be a teacher or a professor. So research is going to be your trump card to get a job. Here afterwards, whoever has a very good publication will be hired immediately. Simple PhD will not help you. PhD with a good PhD with publication is once a trend. Now, PhD with quality publication is the next trend. Anybody can move, you can make, you give money and you get it published. But whether you have a published in the quality, how do you know that? Impact Factor Journal, Quality Journal, Scopus Journal, Web of Science, these kind of journal only will tell you that you are a quality researcher. And another thing, let me tell you, I know that you have so many challenges as a teacher, especially. You have to go to class, you have to handle the project, you have to do the activities like conducting symposium and other thing. But these things will not, you cannot say this as an excuse for your permanent job. Nobody is going to say, if you go to the, you are here or you go to any other college, you can't say that, sir, I have conducted 25 conferences, 25 projects, fine, where is the research paper? Next question, fine, where is the research paper? They don't mind about these things. So what I would say, please have a perfect balance between academics, admin, and research. Academic is going to the class, admin is doing your admin role, and doing research. Please ensure that all goes hand in hand. In case you are only administrator, in case you go to other college, they want you to be HOD or a principal, you have experience, they consider it's fine. Otherwise, you cannot get a job. You are only academician. Fine, you may get a job, but again, they may ask you the other thing if you are unable to handle. We are expecting somebody who is good at academics as well as administration. So the thing is, the today's trend is you have to be a multitasker. You can't say that I am a teacher, I will go to class, I will do only teaching. Same way, students also. You don't think that with simply be an English degree, MA English degree, you go there, you will get a job. No. Because all the colleges, wherever you go, today they have BA English. Once it's a BCom, only BCom used to be there everywhere. Now BA English, MA English, somewhat it is not like BA English, but everybody is doing English. So you have to prove yourself that you are better than other students to get a job. For that, these kind of domain, for assume that as a BA student, you go with one research paper. Let me tell you one more thing, those who have not done PhD, please come to VIT. We are providing 31,000 stipend for PhD scholars. 31,000 stipend for PhD scholars. If you crack the entrance exam, if you get selected, no hustle there. No, guide cannot answer you. Guide cannot give the personal work. Nothing will be there. You can enjoy the complete freedom. We are paying you almost 9 lakhs for 3 years. With a high quality degree because VIT is famed across India, across the world. When you go and say that you got a degree in VIT, the degree itself it has a value. We are paying you 31,000. The only thing you have to be good at the language, you have to crack the entrance exam, then you have to clear the interview, then you can come. Any MA students, any aspiring teachers, you can definitely apply. Already our application open. Yearly twice we open the admission. Now already we are open for the June thing. Wherever I go, tell them because I know that some of them are struggling. They go to normal affiliated universities, they don't have a fund because we cannot blame the Madras University and regional universities. They don't have any fund to fund the students. The best thing they can give some scholarship, certain scholarship, or you can get some chief minister thing, will get some 2,000 rupees per year per month. But we pay first year 25,000, from second year onwards 31,000. Whoever selected in VIT, we have 150 research scholars in our department. 150. Then you can see that my scholars, I told you that they publish in such a quality journal because we mold them in a quality way. Our VIT atmosphere will mold them in such a quality way. The next thing is you have to be there in a quality area. Because Secretary was mentioning one good thing. I'm very happy being the headmaster of the government school. His English was very good actually. Because government school teachers, they don't speak in English, but normally. Because they have to handle with their local kids, they speak only in Tamil. But I'm really astonished about his language. And another beautiful thing, I appreciate this department. Those kids, they are coming here, they are improving their language. That's awesome. If you improve that, you have, wherever you go, you have a job. But you cannot say the reason, no sir, I'm from Tamil medium, I did there. Nobody is going to listen to your lame excuses. At the end of the day, when it comes job, can you speak in English? Speak it or get out. That's it. So you can't say that, no sir, my father is a rickshaw man. Yes, fine. But father is a rickshaw man, but he has given you the college education. Father is not asking you not to learn English, right? Father has worked very hard. He is paying the college fee. It is your duty to improve your language and go and get a job. Let your father take rest in home without taking rickshaw. then you should get a job. For that, you should enable yourself. So that's the second important thing you have to. For that, AI tools. See, AI is a great boost. There are dozens, how do you call, thousands of AI tools available for all the tasks, not only for research, language learning, writing, reading, speaking. There are tools where you can record your voice. AI will talk to you. The app will talk to you that, okay, hi, how are you? You say that, hi, how are you? So you can record your voice, you can compare, it will give you the feedback also. So the simple thing, mobile phone, search, download, go to Play Store, download some useful app, and do that, you will be able to improve the language. And another last thing with that, I'll wind up. Because if you know this technique, Ticknall, only let me explain the rest of the thing, you can watch the video and learn it. C means cycle. Y means year. A means, I will not say you have to watch the video and learn it. And similarly, you have, each one will tell you the idea. So whenever you take the research paper, first thing read the title. What is the title of the paper? Why it is essential? Because there are, in the title itself, you can decide whether you should read the paper or not. For example, you want to read English paper, but it talks about some statistics. Remove in the title itself, you can remove it. So that's why this pre-reading technique will help you to decide whether to read it or not. This reading technique will speed up your reading, and reading order will help you to speed up, quickly you can complete. If you follow the technique which I have given, within 2 minutes, you can read the full paper. Within 2 minutes, you can read the full paper, watch it, just a simple thing, follow it, and it will be easy for you. It's a simple technique, no magic. No magic. See, it's a simple technique only. Just watch it and follow it. And similarly, there are different playlists in my video, in my channel. Go there and how to download paper, how to, what are the other free resources. Many things are there. Just go and check it up and make use of it. And finally, it will be useful to you. And there are a lot of resources available. The only thing you should approach with an open mind, open hand. And definitely, even you do not know even a single word in English, you'll be able to improve. You can become a better researcher and better communicator. With that note, I congratulate all of you. Thank you very much for this thing, because I don't have time to explain all those things. So already it's almost 4 o'clock. And thank you very much. I hope I have done justice to what I've given. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take questions. In general questions, I will take. Yeah, questions, please. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Normally, journal papers have two ways: open access journal paper, closed access papers. Whatever the closed access paper, you will not be able to download it. That's why there is a one website called SciHub. Kindly make a note of it. SCIHUB. Simply Google it in SciHub, and that's the website. You go there and you copy the URL number. Actually, not URL, DOI number. Once you go to the journal page, you copy the DOI number, paste it there, it will open. Even there is a video in my channel, how to open the closed access paper. If you watch that video, you will tell you clearly.
Really actually wanted to thank you first, because you are doing a great help for the student community as well as teachers community, especially the research community. And after seeing your videos, only I got some guidance for my research program. So I really want to thank you for the help you're doing for all of us.
My pleasure. Because I struggled a lot during my PhD. So whatever I struggle, so I don't want my next generation should struggle. So that's why a lot of people used to call me, sir, you are telling all the secret to everybody. ஒரு ப்ரொஃபசர் ஃபோன் பண்ணி சொல்றாரு, என்ன சார் எல்லாரும் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கீங்க, அப்புறம் நம்ம கைக்கு மரியாதை எல்லாம் போயிடும், எதுக்குமே மரியாதை வேணும். இட்ஸ் நாட் கீப்பிங் யூ ஐசெல்ஃப், நாமே எல்லாம் எனக்கு தெரியும், யாருக்கு தெரியக்கூடாது. அப்படியே ஒரு ப்ரொஃபசர் கேட்டாரு, எல்லாத்தையும் நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க எப்படி மதிப்பாங்க? மதிக்கலாம் நான் சார், எதுக்கு மதிக்கணும்? They are telling them what they are supposed. That's the duty of the guide. So it is not keeping everything secret. See, when you do good things, see, there are இப்ப இவங்க எனக்கு என்ன யாருன்னே தெரியாது. இந்த மாதிரி ஆயிரக்கணக்கான பேர் எனக்கு பாராட்டுறாங்க. அதை விட வேற என்ன வேணும் நமக்கு? நம்மளால முடிஞ்ச சின்ன உதவி. நான் நிறைய நேரம் நினைச்சது உண்டு, நம்மளால இந்த உலகத்துக்கு என்ன யூஸ்ஃபுல் அப்படின்ட்டு. நம்ம ஒரு டீச்சர், நான் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டர், டைரக்டர், அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. எனக்கு ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கும் ஆல்வேஸ், இந்த உலகத்துக்கு நான் என்ன எடுத்துட்டு போறேன்? உங்களை நாளைக்கு நான் இறந்து போனா கூட என்னோட வீடியோ 20 வருஷத்துக்கு இருக்கும், அதை பார்த்து 200 ரிசர்ச் பண்ணுவாங்க. அது எனக்கு that's a satisfaction.
Great.
That's a satisfaction.
We must follow your footsteps. I assure you, I will also follow your footsteps.
Thank you. So that's the satisfaction. So that's the good thing. So இது வந்து உண்மையை சொன்னா I'm very very happy that சில நேரங்கள்ல நம்மளோட நாலேஜ் ஒருத்தங்கிட்டே இருந்தா அவங்களோட போயிடும். But when it is given to a lot of people, it becomes multiplied. So Rajsekhar knowledge becomes today multiplied across the world. You won't believe me. I mentored the student from University of UK, University of Exeter, University of Malaya, Singapore University. People are from different branches. They come to me for guidance. It is only because of the YouTube. So it's a great satisfaction I'm having. I'm very happy that I have done at the right time and I have posted all the right time good videos. Thank you. Yeah. Please.
Mentioned about scholar profile.
Yeah.
If suppose we are as research scholars, we are publishing papers with the name of the author, our guide. So can those papers also be uploaded over there?
Definitely. See, whenever you publish a paper as a researcher also, your name should be the first name. Sometimes guide name will be the first name. But in our university, we don't ask the student to add guide name as a first name. So we ask them to add our name as a second name. But some university, the guide will ask you to put their name as a first name. Let it be, no problem. So you can see, even you are the 7th author of the paper, you can upload. Because you are the owner of the paper. There is no doubt. Some good paper, science paper, will have even 25 authors also. All of them can claim a credit for that paper because they have contributed. And in the Google Scholar, sometimes if it is online, then automatically once you give the name, it will fetch and will add into a profile. So other cases, you can upload manually also, you can upload into the Google Scholar profile page. You can, as a PDF, you can upload, it will be available there also. There is one more playlist in my video YouTube channel, free resources for research, where almost 7 to 8 videos are there on how to create Google Scholar profile, Scopus ID, Web of Science ID, all those things are there in the channel. You can watch it. You get it because another thing, my videos will be very short, not more than 10 minutes. Because I don't want to be very, very elaborate. People will not have interest. So I used to be very specific, be very short, and it will be very catchy to you. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. You have enlightened us with your presentation. One doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, we are explaining about Scopus publication regarding its peer editor and its work. So can you brief about it?
Yes. Okay. See, what is peer-reviewed journal? What is the reviewed journal? See, normally, once you submit a paper, research paper to a journal, peer review means they will have some reviewers. Reviewers are nothing but professors and researchers, those who are expert in the particular field. Once you submit the paper, the editor will assign the paper to a particular person. For example, I am the editor. I assign the paper to sir as well as to madam. They are my reviewers. Very important, you should understand, reviewers are not paid. They are always giving free service. That's why you should make the reviewer's job easy. That's why sometimes some journal take a long time because the reviewers may not respond properly. But some journal will do it quickly because it's a free job time. For example, I am a reviewer means I may not be able to review all the paper because of my busy schedule. So only I'll accept only limited paper. So after reviewer, normally 2 reviewers will be there. Latest we publish one more paper in Methodics, that's a Scopus Scientific Journal. Totally 14 reviewers. 14 reviewers have to give the positive signal for the paper, then only to be published. So peer review means after the number will 14 is very high, but not all the minimum they'll follow 2 to 3. Optimum number is 2 and maximum 3 reviews will be there. 3 reviewers will read your paper and they have to give positive comments to the journal editor. Then they will say whether they can accept it or reject the paper or accept with certain revision, minor revision, major revision. So as a reviewer, what I do, I read a paper, I give a, for example, paper is very good. Then I'll write the mail because we may not know who is the author of the paper. It will come with only number. Even the researcher also may not know who is the reviewer name. So we'll write in the X in that way. So I'll say all the positive thing why the paper should be accepted. If it is rejected, again I will say the reason why it is rejected. And if it is a minor revision, I'll say that abstract has to be rewritten. The line in the abstract what you have given is a wrong claim. Please give the in-text citation. The citations are not properly done. There is no in-depth analysis. There is no proper argument. There is no proper research methodology. So in that way, they'll give a clear, if it is the original journal, really they'll read it line by line. They'll give a clear comments in the quality journal. But all normal journal, they don't do anything. Simply submit, accepted, publish. That is useless. These journal, at least let them reject your paper, but let them reject with certain comments. Because those comments are invaluable to you to upgrade your paper in the next level. And second thing in the journal, before you submit the paper, you should read the journal policy clearly. There is a journal requirement. There is a journal format. So you have to submit the paper in that format. I know that most of you write the paper, then search for the journal. No, that is a wrong practice. First, identify the journal, identify the topic, then look for the exact specific journal. Read some model papers from the same journal. Then write your paper according to the standard which is maintained in the particular journal. Then you submit. Then acceptance rate is very high. Normally, what people do, they write on their own. They don't follow any method, proper methodology, mechanism. Simply they write and they'll submit, they'll immediately reject them. You never get a reply. That's the reason. So first thing you have to go to the author guideline section of the journal, understand the guideline. Accordingly, you modify, structure the paper, their same requirement. Then only you should submit the paper. Otherwise, don't do it. Some journal, it is not a peer-reviewed journal, simply editor may take a decision whether to accept your paper or reject paper. So if it is a non-peer-reviewed journal, directly editor will take a decision whether it is accepted or rejected. But that is very rare. But most of the journal are a blind peer-reviewed journal. Yeah. Next question. Yeah. So again, there is a video on my channel. You can go there every 3 months once. Scopus update the database. What are the predatory journals? They will publish research. So you can go to scopus.com. You can identify. Otherwise, you watch my video. I'll tell you that if you go to the particular Excel sheet and you can understand what are the journals that have been discontinued from the Scopus coverage. From that, you can understand. Before that, you have to go to the Scopus page. Probably, if your librarian will have a clear idea, he may help you, librarian may help you, and yeah, he will tell you that how to check the database, whether it is there or not, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, you should approach some expert like me, so I'll be able to check and let you know. Yeah, yes, madam.
There are many journals, like you say, and the quality journals are in the Scopus and Web of Science. Apart from that, there are ResearchGate, Academia, and a few other journals. Is it worth?
Very good. ResearchGate and Academia is also not a journal; they are also database.
Okay, yes, sorry.
They are also database, and there is ResearchGate and Academia papers also good because you can read. Yeah, definitely.
Apart from that, there are a few other journals like peer-reviewed and referee journals. So, can we publish in that, checking the impact factor?
See, another question. If you take the normal journal, they claim that our impact factor is 5, 6.
Yes.
That is wrong. 5 and 6 and all. See, which is published by Indian standard. It is not indexed in Scopus, Web of Science. They are not quality journal. For the beginner level, you can publish nothing wrong. To get some practice, some experience, you publish in the beginning. But once you become experienced, please only try to publish in Scopus Index and Web of Science. Because if you go to other standard universities, for instance, you are coming to our university, you have 20 years experience. First person will ask you how many scopus do you have. So they will not believe you. We will go and check, verify the thing. Because in Crescent University, I have friends. They told me that they published 7 papers. I have asked them, tell the name. I have told them none of the paper was indexed. None of the paper was indexed. They are thinking that they have published 7 papers, but none of the paper is indexed. That's a fake journal. Because still some universities are not aware how to verify those things. So you have to, only when you publish in a quality journal, you don't need to worry. Obviously it will be there, wherever it will be there. But that process is very tough, definitely tough. But if you work hard, 100% is possible.
Yes, and we need to sign in or create an account in the Web of Science or Scopus to view as well as to publish the journals, right?
No. See, Scopus and Web of Science, you have to, there is a one Scopus preview is, anybody can go and create an account. Some basic functions you can see. Some detailed functions, you need to have a subscription. If your library may have, or otherwise you can have, because it has to be paid almost 50 lakhs, they have to pay. I'm not sure about you. Okay.
Yes.
Endless. Okay. So they have. So you normally always use the librarian. They'll guide you definitely, even if it is not available. They'll tell you go to Madras University. Madras University may have. If you are going on affiliated college of Madras University, you can go there to check it. See, Scopus and Web of Science, these are the databases to verify whether that particular journal is there or not. That's it. Rest of the thing you have to go to the journal homepage, check. Under the journal metrics, first you need to verify whether it is indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, then check the impact factor, then you can go there. But don't blindly believe some normal journal saying that, how it's Scopus with us, Google Scholar. These are very basic, Jimmy's word. But for a basic level, it's fine. But if you want to go to the next level, don't do it. That will at least careless journal should do this. That's what you have to do. But careless, again, there is a website, you can go and check whether the particular journal is indexed in careless or not.
Sorry to take your time. There's 2 more questions. One is, what do you mean by referee journals? There are a few.
Referee journal is nothing but very quality journal. They will take what you call stringent review process, and they will not just like to publish. The peer review referee almost similar.
And one more thing, we are citing for the reference in works cited or bibliography. So can we take up the YouTube videos for that, and how to, we can take it. So how to cite that with the
Video. There is a video.
Yes.
How to cite YouTube video. There is a video is there.
Okay.
Check on video. You can cite.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
So actually, you're told we are producing less quality PhD thesis. And we have peculiar problem when we compare our Eastern universities and Western universities. They all do their mother tongue. We do it in the same language. And what do you see, what is the role of this in producing quality thesis?
See, that's what here there are very complex questions. This is a very complex question because somebody who is working in, for example, a college, they pay very less. The monthly salary is very less. But you are asking them to produce a quality paper, definitely it is very tough. Because they need to take care of the family, writing paper, there won't be any conditions for atmosphere. Whereas first you should select the place where the place is conducive for your research. In our university, they publish 1.5 lakhs, up to 1.5 lakhs open access fee for a publication. 2 papers in a year they can publish. My scholar, if they come with the open access publication, high quality journal, but they are asking to pay almost 1.5 lakh, it should be paid directly to the journal. They are encouraging it. Apart from that, we give Raman Research Award. That's award. Once they publish in a particular Scopus Index journal, 5,000 rupees award is given to them. These are different. I'm telling you an example. Different ways to encourage. Go to NIT, IITs, and big universities. They give the ecosystem is very, very conducive for researchers. Whereas when we are in a ecosystem which is very challenging, then you must be a challenging person to upgrade yourself quickly to go to that particular place so that you can do research. It's very, see, it's an open secret. I am not boasting that the IIT is doing great. No, it's an original thing. Because again, we cannot find fault with any management of the particular college because they have their limited funding. For instance, this particular institution cannot fund it because their fees, whatever they are catering to the rural kids. So whatever the amount they collect, they'll not be able to such money. But whereas our university, it's a very big university. We get more fund and other stuff up there, so they are ready to spend. But here we cannot ask the management to spend 1 lakh for a publication. It is not possible. So you have to identify the ways in which to do that. In one way, I would recommend you can go for a good publication. You can write some good books. You can publish. That is not a very costly affair. You can do it, but again, you should ensure that you are writing a good quality book. You get it published. But one thing I would, in my opinion, if you want to become a great researcher, you should be in a place where great research is possible. Till then, it is not possible. Let me tell you open. It's open. Because I cannot, see, I will be always very open. Because otherwise, you are there in a place where you don't have a time to do a research. How can I wrongly tell you that you can become a good researcher? Definitely not possible. You will be the same person like you are in today. So you have to change. So that's what. See, you have to. That's a great. See, for arts and science college, such a initiative is great. Normally they don't give anything. That's what I have known. But here they are giving up to 7% is a great thing. So yeah, you start with those things. Then what I would say, when you are going for a publication in a normal journal, open the journal issue. First thing, the journal should not publish more than 12 issues in a year, number one. Number two, in a particular issue, they should not publish more than 20 papers. Then it's a quality journal. You can publish. Even though it is not Scopus Index, it is not in Web of Science, nothing to worry. At least they have limited papers, they maintain some standard. Some good standard. Even though it is a normal journal, some journal they are maintaining some, even though they get money, some standard maintained. So now concentrate on publishing those particular journals later than, because once you publish these journals, you gain experience. That experience will help you to do a very good paper later. Then it will come. And another thing, you can network with other college professors also. You can write papers. Because you may not do everything in your own college. You can network with somebody who is very good. So they may collaborate and you can do papers. We do with a lot of foreign university professors. You do a collaborative paper. You can try within other good colleges. You can try that also will help you. Yeah. See, yeah, shall I tell you honestly speaking? See, when you try the other professors, definitely they'll check whether you will be a value addition to them. If you are not a value addition, nobody will accept. It's an honest fact. Because, see, all otherwise it's a wrong promise. I go with the foreign university professor, that only will be value addition to me. When I VIT professor, they will not do with unvalid. Why? Because I don't get any value because of that. I may guide you, but I may not write a paper with you because it doesn't add any value to me. But when I write a paper with the Harvard professor, it adds value to me. So initially, you can get their help. You can use their, for example, I get a lot of call. I give a lot of advice to them. It's free of cost. I don't ask any money from anybody to give my advice. So such thing you have to utilize. So you can get, you can meet them. There are so many other people also. In that way, you extract the information from them. You use them. Then slowly you can develop. But what you can do is you identify somebody who is in a similar level of the college who has less workload. So that you can compensate your workload. The less workload, then probably you will be able to write one paper at least. So easy ways. 3 months once you can write one paper. You put a 3 months period to write a paper. Worst case, 6 month window period, 1 semester, you should write a paper. You put away in such a way you plan, you'll be able to do that thing. But see, I said in the other college in Coimbatore, I was there because they were under tremendous pressure to publish in Scopus. I told them only 2 things. You have to work hard. You have to publish in Scopus. Otherwise, please resign the job. Go and do this business. Because they are asking me, sir, I want to publish within 3 months in the Scopus. How is this possible? It is not possible at all. It will take minimum 1 year, 2 years. But sir, they are asking us to publish in 3 months. Means I am sorry. I cannot guide you. Definitely, it is never going to be possible. You survive till they send you out. You keep trying. Then till they send you out, you can be there. After that, you can go out. We keep trying. But 3 months, nobody can publish in Scopus. It will take minimum 1 year. 1 year will take. But they are giving some what you call unrealistic pressure. You will not handle it because I know that there are colleges. They say that in a year you have to publish 4 papers, engineering college, 5 papers. So how is this possible? It is quite impossible. So those things you have to handle, you decide what you are supposed to do. Because definitely there is no secret, nobody can do otherwise. They should take a back-end channel, give instead of 50,000, they'll give even 1 lakh. They will publish in the index, they'll do a back-end channel. What will they do is, even 23 back issue, they will go in vertical, insert your paper, then they'll give it, but they can insert the paper, but it will not be indexed in Scopus. See, all the people, they'll show the paper available in the journal homepage. But when you go and check in Scopus database, it will not be there. Then you will be in trouble. PhD submission, University Research Department will verify Scopus database, Web of Science database. They never verify journal homepage. You have to be very clear about that. Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Students, anybody have probably one question from students? Okay. You understand what did I say? Students, எத்தனை பேருக்கு கேட்டீங்க? முதல் விஷயம் ஐ அப்ரிசியேட் யூ. ஏன்னா நார்மலா அங்க போய் இந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் டீச்சர் ரெண்டு ஒன்னா வச்சு பேசினா பெரிய பிரச்சனை இருக்கும். இவங்களுக்கு மாதிரி பேசினா உனக்கு பிடிக்காது, உனக்கு மாதிரி பேசினா இவங்களுக்கு பிடிக்காது. பட் இங்க ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கு. வெரி குட். யூ ஆர் ஆல் லிசனிங் டு மீ வெரி அட்டென்டிவ்லி. ஐ அம் வெரி ஹாப்பி. யூ கேன் கோ வெரி பிக் ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் அப்ளாஸ். ஏன்னா எப்படா முடியும், எப்படா ஓடலாம்னு பார்த்துட்டு இருப்பாங்க. உன் மைண்ட்ல இருக்கணும்னு தெரியல, பட் ஃபேஸ்ல பார்த்தா அந்த அளவுக்கு தெரியாத அளவுக்கு உட்காந்துருக்கீங்க. வெரி குட். இட் ஷோஸ் தட் you are all really very curious to learn. Very good. And curiosity is very important for you to become a thing. And if you are a BA student, MA student, எங்களோட வெப்சைட் பாருங்க, பிஎஸ்டிக்கு வேலைக்கு வாங்க. You have a great future there. But I say, I'm not what I'm telling, because there are so I want only first generation students to come to the university, because there are so many good students from fathers or IAS officers and those things. Because நான் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 4 பேர் எங்க யூனிவர்சிட்டி வந்திருக்காங்க. அந்த மாதிரி எங்கெல்லாம் போனாலும் சொல்லுவேன் நான். அவங்களுக்குலாம் வேலை, அவங்க அப்பா வேலையே கிடையாது. பட் he is there in our university getting 31% stipend. முடிஞ்சு போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் நல்ல வேலை கிடைக்கும். அவருக்கு இப்ப சம்பளத்தை வச்சுட்டு அவங்க அப்பாவை சேர்த்து காப்பாத்துறாரு. அந்த மாதிரி விஷயத்துக்காக I'm telling this. So use of the opportunity. இப்போ உனக்கு வேற இடத்துல இருக்கு, நல்லா கேட்டிருக்கேன், do that. But if you want to make use of that opportunity, spread this message, let them come. Yeah, இங்கேயும் இல்லை, விஐடின்னு கிடையாது. யூனிவர்சிட்டி இந்த மாதிரி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இருக்கும், go and make use of it. And that will help you a lot to grow a lot of things. Okay. With that, thank you very much. And it's a great pleasure and honor to meet a lot of people, and they find my YouTube is useful. And it is great satisfaction I have always to know that I'm being helpful to somebody in some extent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for imparting valuable perceptions on the topic addressed. I request all the dignitaries to join us on the dais. Dan Jadhav said, the dream begins most of the time with a teacher who believes in you, who tugs and pushes and leads you on to the next strata, sometimes poking you with a sharp stick called truth. Such is the experience we have all had during the course of the 2-day symposium journey, furnished with diverse perspectives on AI with reference to literature presented by a pack of extraordinary speakers from various universities and colleges. Thanking these great minds play a vital role at the end of the symposium. To present the order of thanks, may I now invite Mrs. Devika Prim. Okay. I'd like to express my gratitude to all the participants for dedicating their valuable time. Now we'll be proceeding with the distribution of certificates. I kindly ask all the participants to collect your certificates once we call out your names. Dr. R. Malcolm, Assistant Professor of New College. Mrs. Mrs. Rita Puri. Mrs. Nisha Kumari. Mrs. Narmada S. Mrs. Puchi. Mrs. Nandini. Mrs. Preeti. Prince Joshua. This is Dr. S. Umar Chawlaka. Mrs. Pachelvi. Mrs. Dhanalakshmi. Mrs. Premalika. Mrs. Vaishali. Mrs. Yunus Aida. Mrs. Angela Susan Raina. Miss Keertana. Miss Narmada. Miss Vidya. Mr. Vijay Prabhakaran. Students, please be ready. Anbumani. Pradeep, Gracie, Kalaimani, Lavanya S. Nancy F. Saint Marie, Shivanandam, British, Divya Sri, Narmada, Raymond Kumar, Joshua M. Varna K. Ashwat, Karthik, Jayagopi, Praveen, Sanjay. G. Angel, please be seated, sir. To present the order of thanks, may I now invite Mrs. Devika Prema, Assistant Professor, Department of English. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the department, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed to the success of the symposium titled Beyond Page AI. Foremost, I express my deepest appreciation to the esteemed speakers whose expertise and insights have enriched our understanding of the title Beyond the Page AI and Ethics in the Literary Realm. Your thought-provoking presentations have inspired us all. We are also immensely grateful to our management for their generous support. Without this symposium would not have been possible. A special thanks to all the attendees for your active participation and engagement throughout the symposium. Your questions, discussions, and feedback have contributed to the vibrancy of the symposium. My sincere thanks to the volunteers and staff who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of every aspect of the symposium. A special thanks to the media team, Mr. Abhilash, our librarian, Mr. Manikandan, Head of Viscom Department, Mr. Shanmugam, Assistant Professor of Viscom Department,
Mr. Loganathan, Sudan sir, Leo Clement sir, Basha sir, for making arrangements and making the symposium a seamless experience for all. As I conclude the symposium, let us carry forward the knowledge gained and the connections made to further advance in beyond the page AI ethics in literature realm. Thank you once again to everyone involved for your invaluable contributions. Wishing you all continued success and inspiration. Thank you. Thank you, Philip sir.
Thank you, ma'am. With that note, we end the session. I request all of you to stand for national anthem.